Oh, Daniel!
Do we have the beers?
Oh, I'll get them for you. Oh, I'll get them for you.
I wonder if I should tuck this shirt in. I'm just my new.
You're all nice and tan and shit.
Am I? You know what's funny is I actually.
You're always nice and tan, but I mean, like, you're especially tan.
I am.
You're especially tan right now.
I wore long sleeve shirts 2 of the days there too, like those water shirts.
Because it's so fucking hot.
Not even that, but just the sun. I don't wear sunscreen, and so I kind of have to ease into it, and so
sunscreen's for. Well, we all got
fair-skinned Irish people.
Yes. I don't know how that would be. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't really figured out intro stuff yet, but we'll figure it out. It's fine.
We'll think of something.
Hey, welcome back to Two Beers, Two Mics. Hey, if you like us, subscribe. How's that? Nice little soft
subscribe.
entry.
Yeah, subscribe.
Like us. We're on everything. Okay, I got to get this out of the way. Subscribe on YouTube. Find us on Instagram. I'm all over Twitter /X, whatever. We're at Two Beers, Two Mics. That's that one. Or you have a personal one on Twitter? No, you don't have anything.
No. I have Instagram, but I stick to.
Oh, you don't like Elon? What's your problem?
Nah, Twitter. Yeah, Twitter just got too crazy.
It's a little wild now.
Too much going on.
It's a little wild now. But you know what? You get information quickly. But anyway, keep going. Go to Instagram. Go to TikTok. We're on TikTok. We actually get a lot of feedback on TikTok.
Do we?
Yeah, for real. Seriously.
And I'm not a big TikTok guy either.
Just Al. Al's a TikTok guy.
I could see. I do get sent a lot of videos on TikTok that I don't read.
Dude.
So, or don't see. Don't view.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad we're back. It was a few days.
No, I say I'm glad you're back.
Oh,
no,
I know.
I'm just kidding.
We normally
usually we're already out by now.
Right on top of this, but I was in Hawaii, came back from Kailua Kona. And it's not that I don't enjoy being here. It's just, man, Hawaii is awesome. The flight, the flight's whatever.
Yeah.
But man, to go some of the resorts and the beaches there, and
it's beautiful.
We know some locals, so we know kind of where kind of the more off the cut beaches.
Hence the
are
outfit
down
today,
there.
like you just got off the plane.
Yep. We went to actually we didn't make it to Kona Brewing Company this time, but
That's a good one.
Got to go to some beaches and actually got up to see the volcano Park.
That's fun.
Was cool. We had a day of some rain. So
hey, that's good too.
It rains up in Hilo anyway, so let's go see the volcano.
Get after it.
So we checked that box and it was fun. But there was a pretty important game on Sunday.
Was there?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, congrats, man. Let's give it up. Everybody.
We're gonna celebrate everybody.
Give it up for the give it up for the Seattle Seahawks.
Give it up for your mother Seahawks
world champion.
Oh my God, it feels so good. You guys have no idea. Maybe a couple of you do. Maybe this might be like, dude, I did not see this coming. If you told me a year ago, I'd be like, you're out of your mind.
No.
Hey, we're celebrating with a champagne and beers, ladies and gentlemen. Shut up, Miller. High Life. Established in 1903. I didn't want to get champagne. I think they're just twist tops, right?
Oh, are they? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, tough guy.
Oh, there you go. Oh.
I kind of got it. Lame party tricks. So,
man,
the Super Bowl happened. Yeah. That was great. Oh my God, I can't believe it happened, Daniel.
I was gonna say Vegas lost their ass on that game.
I don't know
because I feel like a big portion of the money was on the Seahawks to cover, but a lot of money was on the over as well.
Yeah,
and
a lot was on the over.
That last holding call that they brought back on Kenneth Walker kept the game under the 45.5.
Dude,
so
let's cheers it up for the Hawks. Cheers, bro. Give it up for Seattle. I'm lucky as hell, and I know it. Also, I do have to tell you all this. Niners fans, don't come at me anymore. Leave me alone. Don't even argue with me anymore. Don't argue with me ever again, all you Niners fans. I respect you, but don't argue with me anymore.
They're not even the second best team in their division.
They're not. They're not.
I mean, anyone should be the Rams.
The greatest. So we were talking about X, right, and Twitter and all that stuff, right? You know, I'm going bananas, right? You call me. You guys have to. If I find the call,
there's some audio. I hope never resurfaces.
It might not. I don't know. I got to find it. I think it's on my phone somewhere. But somebody had a few choice words. Also, congratulations with some other choice words. Which some of it I was
very passive aggressive,
belligerent, maybe.
Very belligerent. I was at that bar from the minute it opened.
You showed me. You took a photo. You're like, I'm here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I ran up, man, probably a $200 bar tab. With no food.
So you had five. So you had a total of 5 beers for $200.
No, it was it was probably. I didn't even look at the receipt after. I was too afraid to see how many I bought. But no, I will post a very funny clip. I don't know if I even sent you the Mac Hollins with the beer bottle clip.
You did.
Okay.
We got it.
Talk
we got
obnoxious. So obnoxious. Because I was happy because the Mac Hollins call ended up turning out pretty well. That was one of the few good calls I had, but Mac Hollins, real deal.
Did you have a few
only
good
thing
calls?
The Patriots really had? Well, we talked about Barner. Barner had
the
anytime
first
TD.
touchdown. He had anytime in the first. A lot of people put first. A lot of people.
Makes sense.
I'm
Makes sense.
going off of what I see on Twitter. I mean, like some friends of ours kind of got like other group chats we have.
I think if you look at it, Barner anytime touchdown, you think the Seahawks are probably going to have the first score of the game. If they're going to be favorite, I always like to pick, if the team's favorite, I like picking someone on that team to have the first touchdown of the game. And we look at JSN had 4 catches for like 27 yards, was absolutely shut down.
I think he ended up with 43 or something like that.
We'd have to check. I don't even know if he had that many. I don't think
Maybe
he broke 30.
Maybe he had under 30.
But it was...
He went out. He took himself out in that concussion deal. He was like, hey, I don't feel right.
No, and you're exactly right. But Christian Gonzalez, maybe they were making it a point pregame to take JSN out of this game.
Maybe.
You have the Patriots were top 6 against the run. And so
No,
maybe
they
that
weren't
shuts
that
down Kenneth Walker. But I'm
Dude.
I'm trying to walk down the path
First
of
play of the game
why
was
so many people
first
would
play of the
pick
game was the
AJ
thing
Barner.
was, well, yeah, okay, so the first play of the game is a 10-yard run by K9 to the left. That was Mike McDonald goes, no. You guys are 6, we'll see.
Yeah.
Gone. And then he did it again on the right side. And I was like, and they were talking about, everyone talks about protecting the edges, right? All the defense guys, Vrabel, McDonald, Harbaugh, all these big defensive minded guys are always like, protect your edges, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's all we ever did. We didn't go down the middle.
No.
Everything was off to the left or to the right. That was it.
And even if Walker did get past that initial line of scrimmage, like up the middle, he bounced it outside every time. They just kept going to that well of outside.
It's working.
Outside. And Kenneth Walker is just, he's quick enough to get past the edge, and then he's fast enough to outrun people. It was, he was really special. And I mean, for someone, it's like the secret is out of the bag with Kenneth Walker. Like this whole Charbonnet kind of dual backfield, much similar to what's going on
it's just relief on either side, They're two different types.
It's what's going on in Detroit with Montgomery,
and Gibbs.
Yeah, where it's like, look, we are all watching the same thing. Like, we know who is clearly the better back, but I don't know if it's just to take the workload off them or if they truly don't think Kenneth Walker can be a bell cow. 27 or so rushes for 150 yards and had a touchdown called back on a hold, which
it would have been another 51 yards.
Crazier. Kenneth Walker is about to get paid by someone.
Well, we don't have Sharps until midseason, most likely. He'll get paid by Seattle.
I hope so. I mean, I don't think there's very big.
You know how it is with running backs, though.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing, right? Is like, especially as you're going now into more split backfield approaches, the bell cow days and paying them are kind of.
It's few and far between with most teams, right? There's usually 2 guys you're kind of, we play fantasy, so you see 2 guys on each team.
Exactly. It's right? Almost enough. I mean, there's very few true bell cow backs left. I mean, Josh Jacobs comes to mind. Thinking about it.
Not even Aaron Jones or anything like that. It's like they always have somebody.
James Cook.
Yeah, James Cook is one. Yeah.
But again, I think Kenneth Walker is right up there with those guys.
Well, he had no choice, and he showed up.
Yeah,
you gotta give it to the whole. You gotta give it to the whole Seahawks team. People are like, okay, let's get this part of that out of the way. It's like, oh, it's boring. First of all, no, it's not. That's elite football. That's stuff you don't always see. Now, look, yes, and it doesn't. I will say this to anybody who won.
I called you and told you that.
When everybody's team. I get the casuals are all like, oh, it's so boring. Sure, I love fucking crazy. That Thursday night football game that we came back on the Rams. Would you guys would like that? That would be wild.
Nate,
listen, don't fall for it.
That point where
don't fall for it. Don't do it.
Screw what the hell anyone else says. Like, you have to win this game. I don't care how it looks.
That's what I'm saying.
I called you. First thing I said was, this is the worst Super Bowl I've ever been a part of.
12-9 or whatever it is, Rams Patriots was awful.
But
that one was terrible.
But again, to your point, if you would have tried to make that a shootout, that's where the Sam Darnold bad game could have come in.
It didn't come in because they're the first team ever. This is true. The first team ever to win the Super Bowl and not turn the ball over in the playoffs. That's incredible. The entire playoff run. That's incredible.
It's scheme.
I've never even heard that before.
It's play calling. It's play design. It's good decision making by Sam Darnold. Super happy for Sam Darnold. I don't know.
The story's
guy who
amazing,
bounced
right?
around and
People are still hating on him, but he's so nice about it. He's like, whatever.
How could you hate on Sam Darnold?
Well, first of all, clicks and views is always like, oh, I blame it on Drake May. You're like, all right, come on, Skip. We know who you are. It's like, Jesus. Like, give the defense credit for keeping him in check the whole time. And then you got to give it to like, all right, hey, May was outplayed. That's what happens. It happens. He got some garbage time stuff. There was some really good throws, but I think there were panic throws. And if you go back to I watch NFL films. That's so cool because I love the guy's voice and the turning point and all that kind of stuff. The one cool thing is Julian Love's like, he's definitely a young quarterback. You know, Julian Love has 5 years in the league. He played with the Giants. Now he's here with us. But he calls it. He almost gets an interception in the second quarter.
Yep.
And it falls on the ground right in front of him. He goes, God damn! But he goes up and he says it. He goes, I'm gonna get it.
He's like,
and then he goes,
fishing.
He goes
something like that.
He goes, he's not. I'm hoping he's open. And he mentions Stafford. He goes, he's not like Stafford where he blindly throws because he knows he's out there. Mm-hmm. But you also have Puka and Devontae. You just know they're gonna get it. Whereas like May, he was describing May looking at it and then going, oh, yeah, he's there.
Exactly.
So Julian's still 40 yards away, but it still goes, he's looking at this guy.
Yeah.
And then he obviously, May had 2 good throws in a row.
It goes back
and
to
then
May,
it just goes right to
23
Julian.
years old. 23 years old. His pocket awareness, unfortunately, you could tell. I mean,
we didn't give him a pocket.
Sacked 6 times. But he got sacked 6 times.
That's
he got
a lot.
Strip fumble. Ultimately, the other one, the interception that went for a pick 6, was pretty much a fumble as well that they just happened to catch and return.
It's crazy. He was standing right there. I thought it was a INT too. I was like, are they going to call that an INT? Because it isn't. It fell in his hands.
Yeah, it right to him, and so
the dagger.
I think Drake May. I just got the sense the whole time that both teams knew what was going to happen in this game, and I think Sam Darnold, just in the whole play design, it's just like, hey, we know we're the better team. We know we're going to beat these guys. The only way we lose is if we beat ourselves.
Yeah, don't
so
force
I think
it.
they came off very conservative, run the ball, and we talked about that on the last pod, where it's like the one big thing I'm watching is how the Patriots defense is going to stack up against Kenneth Walker, because that takes the pressure off of Sam Darnold, and now Sam Darnold doesn't have to play Superman. But then I think the Patriots kind of had, whether they want to admit it or not, I think they heard all season about how easy the schedule was and how fortunate they were with weather and quarterback play.
The weather was only in the middle of the fourth quarter. I went back and looked at the whole thing. There's Houston game on the ground in the third.
But the Houston game too was shitty weather. But the whole thing is, I think the Patriots kind of knew deep down that they didn't belong there. They'll never come out and say that.
No, I don't think they would. I would never say that.
But I think they were subconsciously trying to not embarrass themselves in this game, and they were just trying to keep it close, not turn the ball over, not make any crazy plays, and they just kept going 3 and out.
It's
to
suffocating.
just not embarrass themselves. And then when they had to open it up, they ended up having 3 turnovers in 8 minutes. And by the end of the third quarter, with 4 minutes to go in the fourth, they had 3 turnovers.
Yep.
And it's just that was them having to take those chances and try and make it a game. But outside of the Matt Collins play, there was nothing to be excited about as a Patriots fan watching that game. Like it started low and it stayed low, and it had a blip when Hollins and you got the chance. You thought they might make a comeback.
Oh, I was panicked when it was 13-29. I go, and there's 4.5 minutes left. I go, no. I've seen too many football games. I've seen way too many.
Especially.
And I've watched Seattle, now, not lately, but there's some Seattle games where I'm like, this is not happening. It's a Super Bowl, so you don't know. And you know how many games we watch? How many football games we watch? It doesn't matter who's playing, what Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever it may be, Monday. And out of nowhere, they're this close, and that one silly play happens. They turn, what if they got the onside kick? Now we got some serious problems.
Yeah. Now, and it came down to...
I think that the defense is better than I'm giving them credit for saying that and watching them. But at the same time, it's like, if that happens, you're like, are we going to be able to stop this now?
No, but the spread was 4.5, and so you just think the entire time, even when it was I think it was 19-0, whatever it was, I forget. But it's like
it was 19-0 for not very long,
for a hot second.
Yeah.
That's when they score that touchdown, and they have a chance to then if they score again, all of a sudden it's 14-19, right up the spread's 4.5. It's like you think like that's what's supposed to happen, so that's what will happen. So that's what made when Drake May threw that interception, with 8 minutes to go in the fourth. It's just like it was just such a bad throw. I'm not going to say the decision was bad because I think the guy coming over, if he would have led him to the sideline, I think he had a chance of catching the ball, but it just was such a terrible throw.
I don't think he didn't know the ball was coming. He turned around and goes, "Oh,
Yeah,
he saw the guy
yeah.
turn." If you watch the play, because I know what you're talking about, it's funny because Collinsworth says this. He goes, he gets 2 good throws off,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, I think they gained 24 or 26 yards. I was like,
Ramondre just
I'm
jumped
sitting there
over
going-
someone, and you're hyped, and then
I was
it's
like,
just
oh
like,
shit,
oh.
this is that shit. I'm nervous Nelly the whole time watching anyway. But he, when Collinsworth
what the
goes,
hell was
he's starting to
that?
figure out the defense. He's seen what they're giving him, and then he throws the pick like the very next play. Then he goes, and I know they looked at it. Tarico and him looked at each other, and then Collinsworth, they show the replay because that's what they're supposed to talk about. And he goes, Chris goes, I got nothing for you on this one. And it's just, it seems like 5 seconds. I think it's 2, but there's just dead silence. He's going, oh my God, kid.
Yeah.
Because the ball it's 10 yards short. The other guy's like, you can see the receiver go, are you shitting me? Because I don't think he was looking at it. There's already a safety over the top anyway, and then Julian's already underneath it. So, and that just leads me to how that defense plays. They play that zone. They don't.
I don't know what maybe he didn't see the guy underneath. I don't know. All I know is that he had to stop. The receiver had to stop in the middle of his route to try and catch the ball. So it's not even like he was throwing him open. He just, I don't know. But I think that play was kind of, to me, the first nail in the coffin, like where this game's over. And then the pick 6 was like, oh, this game's over.
Oh, and the crowd erupts, and the crowd's, it's 75-25 according to Seahawks people. I didn't hear what anybody, I'm following Dave Portnoy. We know who you are. Watching you, bro.
Sucks. I'm sorry, Dave.
Loser. I'm not sorry. You're talking so much
shit.
shit.
I love Dave Portnoy.
Shout out Barstool. We want to be on your network.
huge Portnoy fan.
No, but he's taking his licks right now. He deserves it. He knows it. But anyway,
terrible. Worst team. I don't want to say it's the worst team to ever make the Super Bowl, but they're
not
up there. I just think it was a very embarrassing game for the Patriots. Like Seattle played it exactly how they needed to. It was just they were the bigger, better, faster team.
They're just balanced.
And
too.
they
They're
just
like,
had
we're
to
going to
not
go this
screw
way
up.
because you can't do this, so we're going to do this to you.
Drake May, the first 3 quarters, 5 first downs, 78 total yards. And then in the fourth quarter, he throws for more passing yards in a quarter in Super Bowl history. I think
Which is like, you look at it like they're all to the dink and dunk to the flat, and the guy, and that's the other thing too, is like he gets credit for all this yardage, and I'm like, that guy ran the 15 yards. That guy ran the 21 yards. You're like,
I think Arian Foster's a big proponent of that too.
Shout out Arian Foster. That's a big. I like that. I like that.
Good pull. Yeah,
that's a good one, Arian Foster.
Yeah.
If he didn't go vegan, he'd still be in the NFL. No, I'm just kidding. We love you.
But yeah, he's a big proponent of not giving quarterbacks the.
No, I've heard that before
rushing,
too.
Or the yards after the catch. But
yeah,
I'm
the
like,
yak
okay,
should
then
be.
why are we giving receivers the yards before they catch it? Like so. Receivers get best of both worlds, but. I don't know. I thought it was a terrible take, but I can understand why people would say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so you're in Hawaii, you're watching it. Now you're already home.
Oh no, didn't go home. But yeah.
No, but I mean like you're home now. Like
home
you're
now.
home now. So
dude, I had a marathon that day.
I'm sure you did.
About 12 hours, 12 straight hours.
I'm in here. I got my boys, and I'm so happy as a dad. Just be like, so this leads to this. Those are segues. This goes into like let's do a little post analysis of what happens now, right, going forward. So Seahawks win, and Patriots lose. So then you have, well, I'm losing my train of thought here, but so my watch with the boys was great. It was awesome. It's one thing as a father, you want to watch it with your kids and watch their favorite team in a Super Bowl because you will not get back. So that's where I was going. It's like you might not get back. So in '80s, remember Dre Marino lost his first one. He was like this first. He's still the youngest to be in one, or maybe Drake May is one of those two, right? And then he never got back.
No.
And so here's the other thing. Now we all know Patrick Mahomes has been like 17 billion times, right? And that's the guy, right? They have a great team. They always have a good defense. Whatever it happens, right? But you look at everyone's got to be careful with that whole. Oh, they'll be back. Burrow hasn't been back.
And NFC's
Jared Goff hasn't been back.
NFC's too good to.
Jalen Hurts is lucky he's got 2. Like for real, I know he knows he's lucky he's been to 2. I mean, like think about it.
Very lucky, especially as bad as Jalen Hurts is. If that's a hot take. Or not.
I could introduce you to somebody who just
Jalen Hurts is trash.
We could get into that. We'll get into that one because I want to keep that on. Put a pin in that one for sure. So because I'll get introduced to some people and show you some takes, and falling into, randomly that I see. I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway, so we gotta. It's one of those things where like, hey, you might not get back. You just might not. Dude,
100%.
Aaron Rodgers, how many Super Bowls has he been to?
Aaron Rodgers has been to one.
Exactly. How long he been in the league? How many MVPs that dude got?
23 years, yeah.
4 MVPs? You'd think so if I told you a guy that has 4 MVPs in the league has played almost, 15, 16 years, whatever. What is actually, what is he, 20?
The Browns have never been to one. The Lions never been to one.
You're right. There's plenty of, there's what, 6 teams that never been?
I think there's only 2. I'm almost positive it's the
or
Browns
6 teams that never won.
Maybe never won, but yeah, the Browns and Lions have never even gone. So if that's even of itself, like, not even that.
Yeah, but the thing with the Lions, even Dan Campbell said it. He said when they went to the NFC title game, he goes, "We might never get back here."
They should have got there last year, unfortunately.
Well, they ran into a crazy. I got to give it to the Commanders. They did all right, which was all of us were like, "What?" Mm-hmm. And they knocked. So it happens, but I mean, it's like. We have to tread lightly on that. Like, oh, they'll be back. Yeah, great. No. Drake May will be in the league forever, right? He'll be one of those guys. But you're gonna go look at.
Drake May will bounce back. I think Drake May will be fine. You saw glimpses of Drake May, like being that guy.
But that's what I'm saying is now is like
future is bright.
Will they get there? Well, he'll be fine. He'll get opportunities for MVPs.
It may not be.
But you might not get back to Super Bowl
7-8 years. Like, if you tell me Drake May won't make another Super Bowl in his 20s, I'd be like, I would probably bet that Drake May does not get another Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers didn't.
Yeah,
and that's all they talk about.
Yeah,
Ben Roethlisberger got to 2, and he made the playoffs every year.
Way better weapons than Drake May, too.
Dude, Ben Roethlisberger made the playoffs every year. In his first 5 years, he went twice. Never made it back after 11 years, 12 years later. That's right. So it's like, okay, hey, Russ went back to back. Russ never got back. And he always like, oh, I'm coming back no matter what. No, it doesn't happen.
The AFC is down, so it's.
Lamar's never been.
We could talk about we could talk about the Texans and teams like that all we want.
Yeah.
I think they're just all frauds, honestly. But it's like I think the Bills are the only team legitimately that have a chance of going to the AFC. I would be shocked if the Bills are not in the.
You want to get into the future, like what happens now
for the next 10 years. Yeah. Oh, sure.
So they're going to have a brand new coach. Now, I'm not saying nothing about brand new coaches and brand new anything because...
Who's that?
The Bills.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know who you're...
I'm saying we're talking about future now, right? So I'm touching on what you're saying is the Bills. So it's like, okay, all right. So is Josh Allen going to be the guy 2 years ago, MVP Josh Allen, or is it going to be this year where he threw 4 turnovers in the biggest game of his life at the moment? Bills
had a very weird year, and they still almost made it. But I think Josh Allen had a very strange year. He could go and win MVP next year, and I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I wouldn't either. No. So Lamar could win it too. Joe Burrow could be there too. Or even, Matt Stafford in his maybe this is his final year. Maybe he does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but I think the path to go back is way easier for a Drake May than it is for like a Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Like you guys are just have so many better teams to play against.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
So the structure there is like, okay, we're conditioned to play at this level.
The Bears are on the come up. The Lions have been there. The Commanders get a healthy Jaden back next year.
Hopefully.
Stafford comes back. Niners get healthy.
Hopefully.
Broncos get healthy. It's like you guys have a lot of good teams.
Broncos, I'm kind of interested to see how that turns out.
Yeah, they're like it is a very, very scary conference over there. You guys can keep that. Oh, I don't want any of it. But I would say, like, whether you guys are favorites next year or whatever it is, preseason lines, like I still think you have a much more difficult path back than like a Drake May would to do it again.
Maybe
in my opinion.
Have you seen the schedule for next year?
More difficult.
You're saying our path is more difficult just because of
1,000%.
I got you.
1,000%.
I was like, well, next year, yeah, it could be because if we already know Sean McVay is a great coach, he makes me irate. I don't know why. I just look at him like, no, what? But he's like, when you listen to him talk, if he's just talking about football, he's not on the sidelines and the cameras are showing him, which also drives me nuts because they have Matt Stafford. They have superstars on their team, but they're showing Sean McVay lose his mind on the sideline and pump his fist and all. I'm like, can we stop doing that? Can we stop? Can we show the guys who did the play? You know what I mean?
It is bizarre.
Jared Verse on your team. Jared Verse is a monster.
He gets a lot of publicity. He
so
does.
I do totally respect him because he does do this. He has this photographic mind of like how things are in football, this is also a reason why I know that he can get through a Seattle defense like they did this year. They're the only team to do what they did. right?
To drop 30 points multiple times on the Seahawks this year is crazy.
Seahawks
gave up 14 points a game. I think they gave up on average this year.
Yeah.
I want to say they averaged 28 and they gave up an average of 14.
Something like that.
I believe so. And it's like to do what he did, even outdoors, like in Seattle, like it was crazy.
It's so that's why so the numbers are great, right? So we won the game in the NFC title game, right? And Sam Darnold balled out plus 300 plus yards, 3 tutties, no turnovers. And same with Stafford, right? But did you know this? I didn't even pick up on this. Stafford and the Rams did not, on a passing third down, did not make one of them in the NFC title game.
Didn't complete
a pass
on third down. First time?
They didn't. Yeah.
Interesting.
Did I say that right? Yeah. They didn't complete one.
I was like, third and down to go. They didn't complete a pass. I mean,
if they were going to throw it, if it was like 3rd and 3 and they tossed it to somebody, but like the run ones, I think they got. They were like 3rd and inches or something once or twice, and they got those. But they stopped them on almost every single third down except like a couple.
That's tough to do,
dude. That's incredible.
Yeah,
it's like it's just like what McDonald and those guys do. It's like they've been built up so far now. They knew what the Rams were going to do. Rams knew what we were going to do.
Yeah.
But it's always
two teams that know each other really, really well.
That's just touching what you're saying is hey, we have a gauntlet to go through, and we went through that. No, I know the Niners hurt, but the Niners have depth. That's why I'm like nervous about the Niners too. I know I'm talking shit about the Niners, but I can't. We just won in your stadium. Shut your mouth.
They were missing. They didn't have Brandon Ayuk because he's a knucklehead.
Is he?
Yeah, you had a banged up.
He's not Devontae or Puka or anybody like that.
Oh, I think I would put him in the same realm as. I mean, God, he's not leading the league.
Careful now.
He's not leading the league in touchdowns like Devontae Adams, but I think he's just as.
What about so would you rather him?
Adams.
Would you rather have him or Michael Thomas? I'm throwing some names out there to people.
I would 1,000% rather have Brandon Ayuk than Michael Thomas.
Really? Okay.
Let's do a quick name game.
Okay. I can't say a top 5 guys like Jettas and Jefferson.
T.
And those
Higgins.
Guys. T. Higgins? Yeah. What would you do?
1,000% Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk over Higgins. Oh.
I would take Brandon Ayuk over Devontae Smith. I would take Brandon Ayuk over.
Do you watch him at all?
I mean, he didn't play this year, but he was. I mean,
he was driving his car everywhere. That's what it sounds like. Every time
there's rumors of him going to the Browns. Actually, Brandon Ayuk. I'm taking him over DK Metcalf. I'm taking him over.
That one is whoa.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Like I'm taking him over.
I
DJ
play that guy
Moore.
Twice a year for the last few years. What am I? I'm
DJ
not worried
Moore, Rome Odunze. Like I'm taking him over all those guys.
There's the other guy that's on the team, Jefferson. He doesn't get that much love. I think it's not Jefferson, but
Jordan Addison.
No. That's the Vikings.
That's who you're talking
the guy on the Niners. No, he actually was really good in the Super Bowl.
Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings.
Sure,
way better than in my mind. Because
I don't think so. I mean,
seriously,
I think he's. I
don't
know.
Niners crap.
No,
right
this is
now.
how this went.
What are we doing?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. So you would really take Ayuk over? Okay, so what about well, you're not taking him over Amon St. Brown.
No.
Okay, but you're like putting him in a top 10 situation here.
I'm putting him probably top 20.
Okay, but then we'd have to get into your top 20 because I got to see that.
Yeah, I mean when I say it out loud, could I name 20 receivers better? And that's where the argument comes in. And then
you could say that. We could do that, but at the same time, it's like where does that get us?
No, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a different team. Like anyone on the rate. I mean, there's a lot of bad teams, dude.
Yeah,
that don't have.
You're gonna put him above Tyreek Hill?
1,000%.
Okay, what about Jalen Waddle?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Damn.
Maybe I'm high on Brandon. I don't know why I'm so high. Maybe I'm high on Brandon.
Did you have him on fantasy or something?
No, but I just remember him like when they had their Super Bowl run. Like he's a very critical part of that team.
I feel like Juwan Jennings had a better Super Bowl that year.
I mean, maybe. Because Brandon Ayuk. I mean, we could say the thing with JSN who had 4, but that doesn't mean he.
Doesn't mean JSN's not better. JSN.
Yeah, that Cooper Kupp's better than JSN. But no, I mean, just the way. All
right, so well, there you go. You take Ayuk over Cooper Kupp right now. Cooper Kupp right now.
1,000%.
Woo!
There's no way that's controversial. There's
for real. What? I don't think you know who Brandon Ayuk is.
Oh man. Okay. Wow.
That's crazy. So Brandon Ayuk is better than Jamar Chase. That's where we're going next. So Nico Collins? Come on, dude.
I'm taking Nico Collins.
No. Okay, all right. Well, where's Nico
I
Collins
promise
at?
I'm not being irrational right now. Like I
so
promise
fun.
I'm not blowing smoke here. I'm like,
I love this. This is great.
my mind is just fishing.
Yeah, my mind's
through
freaking
other
out
people
too.
now. Like I'm just trying to find, like, I'm not even gonna say that word because I don't like him at all. But I still think he's better.
What about
AJ Brown?
Oh,
And I hate AJ Brown. But I'm still
did you have
taking
him in fantasy?
AJ
That's why you
Brown.
don't like
No,
him?
I don't play fantasy. Ever since gambling, I don't have time for season long things.
Oh.
It's gotta be quick.
you got to be instant gratification over
I gotta
here.
be able to get in and get out. Yeah.
I like that. That's smart. Hey, you know what you like?
Like anyone on the Bills, anyone in the AFC East. Really, I mean, so I can almost not. I'm not
Over Matt Collins right now. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
I need a larger sample size from Matt Collins.
Oh my god. Well, dude, he's special teams for like
Matt
first
Collins.
2 years.
Matt Collins is my favorite player in the NFL right now. Dude, his hair.
You didn't even know who that was until this year. Come on.
No. He was good last year.
Who was he drafted by? Go.
Exactly. Who was
Exactly.
he drafted by?
He's only been in the league for 4 years. I thought he was your favorite player.
He is. I mean, now
He's your favorite player right now. Just say you're enticed by him right now.
Brandon Ayuk has a good start to the season next year.
He's not even, where's he going to play?
There's rumors he's going to the Browns. Pair him up with Shadur.
I mean, okay, so if that I don't know what to say about that one. So if you
so dysfunctional. Add Brandon Ayuk. It just will be a full blown.
I was like, just let it happen.
Sorry,
you guys
we're
show
letting
up
Brandon Ayuk hijack your Super Bowl pod.
This is how it goes, though. Go, because you go on. This is just like being on Twitter. Because then I'll tell you this. This was what has been so fun in the last 2-3 days of being on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It is. We have generational mayhem happening right now. It is. We have 31 other teams on top of Seattle throwing haymakers at each other. Everybody. I mean, talking. People are talking shit. I mean, it doesn't matter. Maybe I didn't pay attention to it. Or maybe I don't pay attention to all after Super Bowl, right? But I've been on here because we won, so I'm like, oh, I want to see all the cool shit about us, right? Because we're the top, so we want to look at it, right? Why wouldn't we, right?
And no one's talking about. Everyone's just arguing about other bullshit.
Oh, but no, it's you got Eagles fans going, we would have smoked y'all. You didn't even beat the Niners with ever hurt.
Eagles were like
you lost
the Bills.
at home.
It's just weird year for them. Like no one took the Eagles seriously all year.
There's some, and then but you're watching people from the Bills, or you're watching Patriots fans, or you're watching Rams fans and Niners fans. They just got throttled by us in the playoffs in their own home, and then they're still like acting like they're better than us. I'm like, what is happening?
The only team that could remotely say they're better than you are the Rams, and they can't even say that because you beat them to get there.
They beat them twice. The last 2 times, everyone's like, "Oh, the Rams did this." This is what I don't like. Is like they hung this. Did they win the games? Did they win the games? Yeah. They didn't.
No bad calls. No controversy.
That was one thing about Super Bowl. The first flag was in the third quarter.
Love that. Love everything about that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was amazing.
Refs let them play.
Because I thought for sure, I was like, oh, you just know it. Once you start, first, even the kickoff, like you're like, holding. You're like, what? No, why are we calling that in the first play of the game? But nothing happened. I mean, it was very clean from both teams. It wasn't like
it really was. Both teams are very, very disciplined. The way Walker bounced outside so many times, you figured they would have got someone on a hold, but nope.
Just a 51-yard run for a touchdown.
The way they were getting to Drake May, you would have thought there would have been a hold in there somewhere. Nope.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, yeah. Did you
watch the halftime show?
So we watched the TPSA,
Did
whatever
you?
whichever that one is.
TP.
We watched that
USA.
one.
Yeah, did you?
But me with the halftime show, I don't watch them. Like usually I'm in Las Vegas, so I mean, like, let's go smoke cigars outside, or like, hey, let's go get beer run if we need it, or hey, I have to go run downstairs and make bets. You know what I mean? It's like something like that. I usually don't watch a halftime show typically. Even here, I was doing dishes. You know what I mean?
We'll get to a segment later in the show, but that's some foreshadowing.
Okay, I got you.
About the halftime
we'll
show.
Sprinkle that in later.
Yeah, little teaser.
Dude, that was Super Bowl was obviously. I'm gonna say it's
season.
great.
Best. And you know what's funny? That was the worst game of the entire playoffs. As far
probably.
as competition.
I would agree with that.
Competition wise, like all these other games were freaking awesome. Like nail biters.
Yeah.
Like close games. Yeah, and I don't mean. Well, I guess I do mean.
It was 9-0 at halftime, so I was like, it's still a 1-2 score game technically, but it's like, you just like, oh, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
A lot of 3 and outs.
A lot of people were saying it doesn't matter if it could be 3-0, and they'd be like, They're not worried about it.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to sound like a
no.
shot. I meant it
You
more
didn't.
of like a gratitude of like how good these playoffs really were. That the Super Bowl, that was a 2-score game in the whatever it was.
If you're gonna rank them, right?
Yeah. Man, we were very spoiled this year with the playoffs.
Well, you said that earlier in a couple of pods ago. You're like, we're spoiled.
Fantastic playoffs.
I loved it.
Storylines,
There's a lot of
key
fun
injuries, throwing Jared Stidham in there as a wrinkle. Like there's just a lot of cool
wild
things.
stuff, right?
Yeah, the Rams were down in their first game, just in the game against the Panthers.
Yeah, against the Panthers again.
Yeah, just really cool.
But that's the NFL's like matchups, right? So the Niners can go beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia, but then they come to Seattle and they lose 41-6, and you're like, you're going. Because we just beat them.
This doesn't make sense.
But in week 18, we only scored 13 points. It was 13-6, right?
13 to I don't know.
Something like that, right? So we want that. That's one thing about Seattle, man. They had to go through multiple 12-win teams. Everyone was fighting for the number 1 seed at week 18. I just don't like the people. They're like, they talk about schedules and stuff. I was like, people do say, Seattle played a banged up this, or they didn't do that. They got lucky with a call.
Those are just haters.
That's all I'm like, you guys even
haters.
watch football? Like, really? I don't know.
No, haters. No, it's Seattle.
And I love the haters today. They're
battle tested. Yeah. No, congrats, man. Let's. You want to reload up here?
Hell yeah.
Take a break. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah. We got some wild stats for you guys. Have you guys seen? Here, enjoy these highlights of the Super Bowl, or some lowlights. Some people talk about lowlights. You know what? I don't. It's amazing is what it is. I'm just filling in the blanks. We're gonna show highlights during this break. You know what I've been doing? This is so childish. I'll say it. I know you're coming back in here, but it's like, I wear low cut socks. I'm 43. Shut up. Anyway, you know what I've been doing? I've been saving my favorite clips. I can't send them to our group chat because they don't come in for the people in the green bubbles, which fuck them anyway. But I've been saving clips. I know Mike's in a group chat. I didn't say nothing to him. He came at me first. He said, I can't wait till the Patriots beat your asses.
He started it.
And I was like, hey, I went like this. I go, we'll see. That's all I said, right? Because I've learned my lesson. Like, running your mouth until it's over. I can't do it. I just can't. Dude, the worst thing is if you say some wild shit, because I could run my mouth and go and just lay into somebody, and then that's going to backfire. And I'm not taking that shit later. I can't do it.
And again, I feel, not to go back, that I was the one who had the faith in Sam Darnold because
But you also picked the Patriots to win, so that's weird.
I picked the Patriots to win, but I thought just the value for it. There was no value in betting Seattle. They were minus 250.
Don't forget Danny Betts, everybody.
Danny Betts had a rough Super Bowl. I was banking on the Patriots scoring a lot, and it didn't go that way. So, but I absolutely could have put another set of bets in that would have been heavy Seattle, and even then, probably wouldn't have paid much because there was one offensive touchdown. So I mean, between all the field goals, the pick six, and there was only one touchdown. Mm-hmm. They had one called back from Walker, but either way. I really tried to go against what Vegas said was going to happen.
For sure.
Low scoring.
No, you want to make some money.
Yeah, I just thought there was more value in going against it. And
I get it.
As I get those parlays together, the Cooper Cup catch I know was going to happen. Matt Collins I knew was going to
He
happen.
went to Cooper Cup a lot, which that's what they gave him. They gave him what was open. I will say this.
All reliable.
I will say this too, but he also is a great blocking wide receiver. He's one of the best. One of the things was, I think, and I don't think people know about this. Some people were pointing it out, like Gruden was pointing it out. A couple other coaches that I've been following and stuff.
Yeah.
Or guys that break down the all 22. There's a few. I don't know all your names, but you guys, I love your guys' videos. They're great. And they'll break down whatever team is playing. It doesn't matter. They just pick some cool stuff that they see. And the one thing is, Darnold was actually behind on the throw to the end zone. The one Matt Collins almost picked, not Matt Collins, but Gonzalez almost stole.
Man, we didn't even talk about that.
So he had it right. The biggest one for me when they took off, they take, because that's one thing that made the run game work was they took shots downfield. They kept them honest, right? Because if they were just going to run, then you're going to stay there, right? But they were like, let's go to Shaheed. They went to him twice. Gonzalez got the one, and then one was Shaheed. I thought if he didn't just go like this in the third quarter when it was coming at him, he acted like he got pulled backwards. It stopped him. And then he missed the ball. And I was like, dude, don't do that. Go for the ball. Because then you're looking at a 66-yard touchdown.
I don't know if Shaheed's that kind of player, though.
He in New Orleans, he has a lot of long balls that I've seen on highlights and stuff where I'm like, whoa.
But like long balls where I feel like receivers like that are like those absolute speedsters, they're not used to having to go up in a jump ball. It's like they're running. The quarterback's trying to overthrow.
Well, that's the thing. He overthrew him because that's what I'm sure that's what they talk about.
This one, the one where Gonzalez made the great play.
That was great.
Yeah, I
got respect for Gonzalez. I was like, hey, when's your contract up, Holmes?
I don't think he felt like he needed to jump up and get that. I think he was.
No, I think that's a chance that a good player does. They go and they're looking at. I think he's a better player than most people are actually giving him credit for. Because I was watching him, and it's very hard to play cornerback. It is. Because wide receivers do whatever the fuck they want. And you can have the best one in the league and you still get burnt. It just happens.
Yeah.
You have the advantage as a wide receiver. And you're watching Gonzalez. He's literally like, you don't know where the ball's in the air, right? It's coming towards you, but you don't know, is it going to pick up a little bit? Is it going to start falling faster?
Yeah.
He just jumps. Everyone else on the ground, he leaps.
Christian Gonzalez,
He leaps, and I'm like, he hits that ball with like 3 fingers. Click.
Yeah.
And you're just going,
it
you can't even be mad about it. You're like, that's
could
cool.
have been the play of the Super Bowl, honestly. I mean, if you think back at like all the highlights, like in a game that really, I mean, the pick six is up there too. But like that play early in the game like that, where I think Shaheed
they had to try him.
I think he was just trying to make sure he caught the ball. I think he was less interested about taking it to the end zone and just wanted to make sure he caught the ball. To where, maybe if he goes up and catches it with his hands instead of letting it come down, maybe he can pick it away from him. But incredible play.
That was right off the
Christian
bat.
Gonzalez, big.
But they had to take shots downfield. They had to see like, is he good as they say he is? I'm sure that's what Kubiak was saying. He was like, let's attack him, see what happens.
I think he was open. It's like it wasn't a jump ball by any means, and Darnold made a pretty damn good throw.
No, that's what I'm saying. Gonzalez made an excellent play.
Yeah,
and that's a calculated play
top
to
class.
jump like that. You're like.
Yeah,
because you are in no man's land when you're in the air and the ball's still in the air, and the other players are the guy that your partners with you, and the receiver is already a step ahead of you, and he decided to jump, and no one's off the ground like you are, because you can't control your body at that point. He just reached out, leaped out, took the. I mean, his timing, everything was great. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah,
I was like,
incredible
when
play.
I saw that, because it was the first quarter, I was like, this is gonna be a long day. That's all I thought. I go, oh, this is gonna be a problem, because it's so good. Because you watch it and you just go, oh. Because of course you want the long ball touchdown,
Setting
whatever.
Up, great with the run. Yep.
But that's how it worked. They took a lot of shots downfield, kept the Patriots honest, and we won. Fuck you, whatever. Yep.
Let's get this segment kicked off. Of we're gonna start doing something now each week in the spirit of 2 beers, 2 mics, coming up with 2 segments. That we can work in the whiteboards, I guess. But the first segment we'll do is called Happy Hour.
Hell yeah, Happy Hour. We'll do a graphic or something.
Yeah, some type of logo.
Try not to be too corny, but whatever.
But no, the premise of Happy Hour, obviously in relation to 2 beers, 2 mics, is anything that was positive or the vibes were high or something you saw in the news. It doesn't. We're probably going to go non-sports for this. If we can help it, maybe not today. Yeah, but something that you either discovered, you learned that was either good for the vibes or
like that
made you feel good. And we can get to the second segment when we get there. But
I like the happy hour thing.
Did you have something listed, or
the only thing?
Did you want me to go first?
No, I'll go with this just because I'm gloating. I get to. I got 7 more months of this shit. Sorry. It turns in a week. Everyone starts talking about draft and talking about all that shit. And
NBA
previews. NBA comes
March
out. And then we
Yeah.
have pitchers and catchers came to the
spring
fields,
training.
spring training, all that stuff.
It's like you guys never won. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's like, anyway, there's plenty to talk about. But it's like, I want to just the Seattle parade today. Like, it was chaos. But it was so fun.
Interesting.
But the positive thing, the happy hour thing was like, we talk about how they're a unit and they're all in on each other. Like, they are just like, they defend like Ernest Jones wore
what did he do? I saw clips. I didn't watch any.
So
of them,
Ernest
but I know he
Jones
did
wore
something.
a shirt today that has, it's obviously AI, but it's like Sam Darnold's got a cigarette in his football jersey, like giving the finger like this.
Oh my gosh.
It's great though, because you go, it's kind of gangster. I like it. All right?
Especially with his dad. His grandpa was the Marlboro Man and all that. That's funny.
So he's rocking that. But he gets on the mic and he's like, if you say, and this way, and if you haven't seen it go, it's everywhere. At least on my algorithm. You go in there and it's, he just says, if you don't like our defense, you don't like our players, and you don't like this, and you got something to say about my quarterback, you got something to say about my coaches, you got something to say. He goes, you got something to say about the city of Seattle. He's like, 2 words. You know what I mean? And didn't even blank it out. That was on NFL Network today. Dang. I was like, what? Just the happy hour thing is like, it's cool to see the unity that they have, because there's a lot of egos in football. There's a lot of them, and you could. I'm gonna say the Eagles, they could have probably done better, but I think there's a lot of egos on that team. They don't gel like they could. You know what I mean? There's a lot of unselfishness in Seattle.
A lot of guys to prove they're out there proving themselves,
and there's a lot of people that are just
stories. Yeah,
totally get it. I totally get it. But sometimes like you just need that team effort, and that team like gratitude and like, hey, I mean, think about it. So you go back to the game, and you just go, could Darnold throw 300 yards on Patriots? Maybe 250. Maybe he could go in a shootout with May. But they're like, just do this. And he's like, I'm cool with that. Yep. I heard the same story about Denver Broncos in the they're like, hey, this is 97, right? So like they're like, hey, we're gonna run the ball with Terrell. Are you cool with that? And John always like, I've been to 3 of these and got my ass kicked. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. I don't care. I want to win. I want to win a fucking Super Bowl. Like that, and then like that's unselfish from the John Elway's QB, right?
Exact opposite of CJ Stroud, but like, polar opposite of CJ Stroud.
But you see that and you just go, that unity and that togetherness and that balance that they have, and they got each other's backs no matter what. It's like, okay, and you can see it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get it.
Yep, complete buy-in from all parts. All parts believed in each other, and
it's amazing.
They just had to go out and do their job.
So what's your so we're in happy hour now.
Happy hour. Happy hour is YouTube golf. YouTube golf.
Tell me all about this.
I know I'm probably late to the party on this, but it started to where I started. Maybe it was I think over Christmas break where I had a couple days off from work, whatever. I watched the Internet Invitational. That was the Barstool.
Oh yeah. I heard
Barstool about this. Built in with Breezy. Those guys like Bob.
We know the Barstool guys.
Yeah, well, the Barstool guys for sure, but then the Breezy side, the Have a Day is what all their merch says, but like FP, Bob, Joey Colcuts. God, sorry. Joey.
Oh, Joey Colcuts.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy. He's the one who does like the. Is that no? That's not the same guy. Oh, there's another guy. Sully really likes him too. It's the guy that does all the. He talks about what he eats daily. And he's also a golfer, and he does other stuff, and he's just always
maybe he does like segments like that.
And he's always like in his hotel room. He's like, "Look, I wasn't ready for the chicken wrap today."
That's Bob. That's Bob Burger. I think maybe it's Bob Burger because he'll talk about that, like just obscure stuff. But it's these. So you had those. So the Internet Invitational.
You got to tell me what this is.
So it was. I think it was a 5 or 6 part series, whatever it was, to where they drafted teams, and it was like internet celebrity golfers. And there were some professional athletes in that, like J.R. Smith was supposed to be in it.
Yeah, I seen him at the Waste Management Open before.
Yeah, so those guys, the Barstool guys, they had like a couple female golfers who were really good too, and just kind of these personalities, like driver off the deck. They call him DOD, where he hits driver off the tee, like off the ground.
Damn.
And they had different formats to where some of them were best ball, some of them were alternate shot. And there was a prize pool that Dave Portnoy put up that was just this massive amount. I think it was $1 million pot,
Holy
whatever
cow.
it was. But then they also did $4,000 skins to where you play a 2-man scramble against someone else, and if you guys win a hole, it's $4,000.
Are they Michael Jordan out there? Holy cow!
No, but Dave Portnoy put up everything, so it's everyone was in the profit. It didn't cost anyone anything, but just beautiful, amazing course. They're the one par 3 course that they did. The one tee box is like you're in a cave shooting through a waterfall to the green. It was and so they have cameras in the carts. Stuff. Yeah, the cameras in the carts and interviewers, and it's just you're along for the ride, listening to all the shit talking, and they go down. So you have 2 teams, then it goes down, then that breaks into 2 teams, and that breaks into 2 teams, and it got down to like the final 3 versus 3. It was just. Controversy with some of the rules and potential cheating and stuff. And it's just
now that you say that part, I feel like I've seen highlights of that.
Probably because it was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to do it next year, and they may look for a way to make more videos with it because million views on these things. And
when you get 1 million, I think they pay like. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and that's where Dave is saying, like, look, I'll put up more money because we did this.
We make it back.
Just, in the views, and then if you add like around like a video or a round to get into the actual tournament.
For sure.
Luke Kwan, I guess, was super hated for he was late to a tee time, and a lot of people love PFT, who was his partner and got dogged out for it. And
PFT and Big Cat, all those guys.
On the way to Hawaii, I started watching and downloading the Bob Does Sports. So Bob and Fat Perez and Joey Colcutt's, like they do videos where the three of them will play a scramble against like John Rahm, or they'll play a 3-on-3 match against some of the guys like Wesley Bryan and George Bryan and those guys. And just they're so freaking funny, dude. Like Bobby Burger is so freaking funny.
They each have their own platforms, or what?
No, they're all on Breezy. Like Breezy's their thing, and so Joey Colcutt's is now doing a segment that is he plays against a hater online, and so it's like he goes into his comment section of whatever and finds people that are just giving him the business, invites them out, they fly him out and play an 18-hole match one-on-one.
That's like that MTV was doing that thing with like when did MTV do that years ago? They brought the bully out, like don't be a bully, and they're like, was it the MMA fighter Jason? I can't remember his name. It's slipping me. He was in the UFC for a while, but they would bring out like actual bullies, and then Jason, I can't remember his last name. He was the host of the show on MTV, and it was literally random people, and they're like, you sign the waiver, you get out here, and they had to go fight. Not everybody was a pro, but I saw some guys that you would recognize now in the UFC, or at least in the last 10 years, are going to go, holy shit. So
bringing fans to that. So
that's chaos.
So it was fun, and so I applied to this thing, and I'm hitting them up on Instagram and emailing them just like, hey, like I'm not a malicious person by any means, but like I can talk shit if I need to, and if you need me to get on these boards and start going ape shit on Joey Colcutt's, I will.
Oh.
However, I can get in there, do this, play this up, and be a perfectly fine villain. Because what I don't like about it that I've seen is these guys are such good vibes guys to where it's so fun to watch. It's so light. It's so funny. But then they bring in these guys that are like fans, and some of them are just kind of like these grimy dudes, like weird people.
You're just like,
and it's
got to
be weird for them because they have to ride along.
Street?
Yeah, they have to ride along in the cart with these guys for like 18 holes. And I'm just, and the trash talking is just not. It's just weird, and it's a little uncomfortable, and I'm all for it being uncomfortable, but in a way that's like entertaining, and it's almost not entertaining. And I'm like, you guys almost need someone that's like a good vibes guy, but the hate is maybe not necessarily authentic because I mean, what do you guys know? There's no difference, but you can have the trash talking back and forth and still have good content. And that was my approach to these guys. It was just like, hey, I'll come in there as like a normal guy who's a decent golfer who, will keep the energy light. Someone that you won't hate being around, hopefully, for a round of golf, and have this fun, spirited trash talk and stuff. And so I really hope somehow, some way it works out because they did do one in Arizona recently.
Oh, well, yeah, we got all the golf courses, all of them.
Yeah, so internet golf, that's my happy hour.
That's awesome, dude.
Freaking awesome.
Well,
Watched all the videos.
I hope, shout out those Joey Colcutt's and Breezy's and I don't know everybody yet, but you know what?
Bob Does Sports guys.
Bob Does Sports. I'm gonna shout those up. We'll put them up. We'll tag him in everything we can. We'll help our boy Danny out. And if you any
Danny
followers,
Betts, Joey Colcutt's versus Danny Betts.
I like that, Danny Betts. Whew. That's a good one. I like the segment of happy hour.
Yeah,
right now it's sports. But it won't always be sports. But today it is.
Dude, being from Seattle.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, Olympia. Let's just clarify.
Being from Washington, being from Northwest. From Puyallup.
I got so many people saying. We got so many people from like TikTok.
Subject.
Yeah, they're like, say squim. Or they're like, say this one, it's squim. And you're like, squim. They're like, no, it's sequim. Like, no, okay. And then people are telling me that I was saying Puyallup wrong. And I'm like, how old are you? You're wrong.
She's like, you're from there and you're still saying it wrong.
And I'm like, no. Or like, people can't say Centralia. Like, there's all sorts of weird ones. Yeah. They're still coming in. Like, somebody say, there's one that's called Hoquiam. There's all these like beach town cities, you know what I mean? Like just off the ocean stuff. And they have weird names. This is what it is. And people are like, I think 2 days ago, someone was like, do you know this one? Like Lily Wop or something. You're like, what? I didn't even know that was a city or town or whatever it is.
Totem poles on the
village. Yeah. Oh, it's Washington. Everybody's got totem poles.
But no, the big thing that just broke is, so I know of Kurt Cobain. Mm-hmm. And I know he was, super popular in Nirvana and
The grunge era, baby.
Grunge era, and he tragically died of suicide. Well, now it's coming to light that it may not have been suicide, that it actually was a homicide committed by at least one, if not multiple, assailants.
There's definitely something going on.
So,
well, we have better technology now.
Yeah, forensics and stuff. And it's like, I feel like they just took a really lazy, and again, I didn't know I just took for granted what the media had fed us for.
It's 1991
for so long.
when he died.
I think it was 94. 94.
Was it 94?
Yeah, I think it was April of 94.
Oh, In Utero came out in 92. Huh?
But it's reading into it, they had this guy who's like this really well-established forensics investigator, and then a separate gal, I think her name is Michelle.
Just get their hands on it. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, they created a 10-point report that ultimately explains and took a second look at why this was a homicide. And the ultimate conclusion was just like, there's no way this wasn't a homicide.
Well, I got it. Just from what I remember, I mean, I was a child at that time. I was 12, 13. When that happened, everyone was like, the letter doesn't match up. There's two different handwritings in there. If anybody sees it, I could give it to a third grader and they'd be like, I go, are these the same as these letters? And you'd be like, no. So when I was a kid, there was always that thing that were like, they kind of alluded to. They never said it.
Yeah.
But they were like, that's odd.
The handwriting and I had never heard that growing up. Like, I had never known that there was a letter where the handwriting.
Have you seen it now?
Like, that's how little I knew about the story. Oh. So I see a picture of this letter that they're talking about. And yeah, it's a very, 95, 98% of the letter looks the exact same.
Right.
And
that's
then it's almost like a third grader, started to write this little bottom section. And upon reading it, the whole 95, 98% of the letter is talking about how he wants to leave Nirvana and leave the band.
Yeah.
And it's these last little 4 lines that can't be more than 25 words. That is the suicide part. And it's just like,
it talks about his daughter.
Makes sense. It's like, take care of my daughter. She's going to be better off without me.
It was like it's like someone.
It's just a very.
Maybe he offed himself. I don't know if we can say how, but maybe he, whatever happened in the suicide there, maybe she stumbled onto it because we all know who she is. Maybe she stumbled onto it and was like, oh, reading this letter, like, oh, hell no, I got to write something about the kids, you know what I mean? And myself, whatever. So I kind of get that part, but I'm like, clearly somebody else wrote this. It wasn't, you know what I mean?
I think it was more of it someone who, if this truly was a murder, I think it stands to be someone that had something to lose by him leaving the band.
Absolutely.
And that then is your reason for murder, because and again, I don't know where the music rights go. Like, if he was to leave the band, do they lose rights to the music and hence lose a lot of money?
That's a good question.
And maybe if he's dead, do they then get to retain that because the band's still around? And
what's the contract look like?
I don't know. And that's my point, where it's like, that's where I was. I mean, and again, they talked about how their point of this investigation is not to convict someone. It's just to figure out hey, let's just put a set of eyes on this. So yeah, that was very strange. The other thing that I thought was really strange is the size of the gun.
Yeah,
is massive, and so for someone to commit suicide,
what do you do with your toes?
Yeah, and it's like physically, they said physically you could do it, but they found in his system that he had 10 times the lethal limit of heroin.
Oh no, he was
in
big.
his body.
If you watch there's a documentary that came out, I don't know, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah,
where he's
big heroin guy.
Yeah,
I think no one's denying that. But
what happens
if you have 10 times the legal limit? They saw, the autopsy report showed that there was brain damage and liver fit. There was blood, bleeding eyes. There were all these things that are absolutely in line with, hey, this was an overdose and this would have killed you, and to the point where you stop breathing and what have you.
Yeah.
So if someone does that, how then do you maneuver a gun of that size to a point where that something like that would be possible? It's not.
I've never done heroin, but every time you see them, they're halfway bent over or sleeping.
Breaking Bad is my thing. Yeah. Jesse Pinkman does it. Him and Jade do it, and Jane do it, and they're out in 5 seconds.
They're out. But they're laying down. They can't. They almost
almost instantly.
They puke and then they're swallowing. They're trying to they're choking on their own vomit. And you're like, how is someone going to pick up a gun on that much heroin and then go, oh yeah, and then do it with their feet?
They said the three needles that he used were capped and placed like nicely on a nightstand. And if you're giving yourself a lethal dosage of heroin, you're not taking your time to put the caps back on the needle. You're not the shotgun shells were laid out like stacked around his body.
Yeah.
The receipt for the gun and the shells that he bought were in his pants pocket. It's just like the guy who was doing this, forensic guy who I think his name's Brandon. They're like, this is like someone is overly trying to stage this to where it's like giving every piece of evidence on how this was. It's like it was too clean of a thing.
We thought that when we were kids. We really did. We were teenagers at the time, but I mean, like it wasn't. It was presented that way that like, oh, he was a heroin addict and his music is kind of depressing. Not really depressing.
Dare was a big program. This is why you don't do drug, kids. Like this guy that you love.
They take advantage of that. We'll get into Dare. We figured out what that was later.
Was it? See, I don't even know. I'm so sheltered, man. I mean, I know what drug and alcohol resistance education. Like I know that, but I don't. If you want to go
down a rabbit hole and find out actually what that was, it was some kind of marketing scheme, basically for laundering money. Hey, I just learned
even more reason to cover this up.
Hey, but I just learned this. I was like, oh shit. And we're as ironic as it is, we buy those shirts that say that now when we're older, and it was a thing that doesn't exist anymore. And you're like, remember the Dare shirts?
Yeah,
and you
Dare.
Or people use
run
them
by a bunch of Somalis out of Minnesota. Dare.
Shots fired.
Ground zero of
Dare. Shots fired. Oh, those poor Minnesota. Where's that been? I haven't seen anything like that in a while. Anyway.
No, funny.
All that stuff gets. Yeah. We could go on and on about that one. That gets.
Yeah.
All that stuff gets swept under the rug, just like the Epstein shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but so that, and there was. The other big thing they saw, the way his gun was positioned in his hand was over the muzzle, like the muzzle, like the it's a part of the gun where the shell casing's dispensed, and so they're like, if he had the gun like this, the shotgun shell from the shot was like across the room. They're like, if his hand's like this, it's covering where the shell comes out.
Yeah.
So if he did shoot it like that and the hand stayed there, the shell's not moving or leaving the pocket. They reenacted it. So this, like, it blew my mind that this is the first time not only that I've kind of learned more about, I guess, the situation from the beginning, but the fact that no one has really looked into this in now 32 years is crazy.
Well, I'll say this about, like, and you see it in movies, you see it in shows and stuff, but like, how do I say this in a nice way? The police are not always, they want to solve a crime.
They also don't want it on the books for 30 years.
Exactly.
Either.
So they want to solve it. So they think things happen, and they convince. I mean, they're very good at convincing people.
Closed. Like, they don't want case open. They don't want open cases. Sure.
They don't want to. I've seen it so many times, and we've already seen in real life how many times, like, we close it, it's good. And they open it back up, and you're like, oh, you planted that, or oh, you had him say that, and then you guys locked away, and you violated rights, or whatever. We always see this stuff, and then you're like, okay, this is odd, but it's normal because it's one of those things. I'm not talking about every police officer. I know some, they're great, but there are some detectives and some other. We all know who they are, and they just go, this sounds good. Let's make this happen. Let's close this up.
Well, they blame it on the autopsy. Hey, autopsy's saying this was a suicide.
Yeah.
Why would we reopen this? It's closed. It's done. Like, they know more about this than we do. Like,
right.
So it's kind of not that they don't want to solve it, but that's
true crime is great.
I'm not going to question what the coroner's saying. Like, why would I not trust what the coroner says?
But sometimes they get that paperwork from the coroner. I know I'm not going off movies like this.
Your Honor.
Stuff,
yeah,
this stuff's happened. Yes. This stuff does get forged, and they're like, hey, maybe you should write it this way. You're like, what? That's not what I saw.
Yeah.
This is what we found.
Unknown. It's like, no, it was.
Well, yeah. There's all. I mean.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a big.
So that segment was crazy to me. And if you haven't, like, we can maybe post a link to the article that's in there.
Yeah, well, there's a few of them actually.
Yeah, just really, really interesting.
The Kurt Cobain thing is it was shocking when it happened.
How many rap songs have the reference to Kurt Cobain and
that's how popular it was.
It's wild. Just such a important figure. just even if you didn't like his music, you know who he was, and you kind of knew.
Everybody knew he was. There's kids today that were born 20 years after his death.
I mean, I can't name more than 2 Nirvana songs.
Really?
Yeah, but I was young. I mean, I was born in '87. Like, so I was 7 when he died.
I'm from there, so it's like it was there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're from Aberdeen.
Exactly. I was like,
well, I shouldn't say they're from Aberdeen. They started in Aberdeen. Girls from California. They moved there to Aberdeen later, but I mean, it's like when they're in high school. That's where they went to Aberdeen High
Interesting.
School. Yeah,
interesting.
And Aberdeen's an hour and a half west, maybe 2 hours west of Olympia. So we knew who they were.
Yeah.
But we didn't really actually know who they were until they were in the UK, kind of like Jimi Hendrix. No one knew who Jimi Hendrix was until now. There'll be people out there that say it. Oh, I knew him in the 60s. Cool. Okay. But his popularity grew in the UK first. They're like, who's this? And Nirvana had some crazy concert in the UK a long time ago. And they're like, wait. And they had just signed with a very local, record company because they came out with Bleach in 1989 or something, 88 or 89. So they've been around for a little bit, but it was like local. You know what I mean? Local popularity.
Yeah, just that scene. Like it
is a wild scene when you think about it.
Of that scene of that era, like Pearl Jam.
Didn't last very long, but it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, all those guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I could talk music forever. But yeah.
Crazy. So yeah, very cool.
Check that out, ladies and gentlemen.
So we have two segments left.
What do we got?
We get to we'll save the one for the end because it's fitting. So we have another rankings thing, and maybe this is where the whiteboards can come in. So
bring 'em out.
We're bringing out our top 4 favorites movie theater snacks. And we're eliminating popcorn because everyone's going to be popcorn's 1-1.
You see my kitchen, huge popcorn machine.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But,
so we're going to take that off just to save. So we'll probably stick to candy. Top 4 candy /
We'll get into this. I love this. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
I'm getting one more beer. I don't care.
Go ahead and do it, man.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll give you first pick of top 4. We'll just write one at a time.
And you guys might think this is gross, but guess what? I like them, and that's what it is. And you know what?
Just remember it's 1-1 too. I mean, this is your first overall pick.
I got you. You want to go 3-2-1 on your overall picks?
No, because
are we doing
number
like,
one's going to go? We'll pick
okay.
top 4 and just go 1 overall.
Okay, so
we almost have to wait for the other person to go first, so we don't write the same thing.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to write my first. Well, that's what I was asking. Was like the order. My putting if I have these 3 things, this is the order.
Number 1. This is number 1. Your number 1 go-to movie theater snack.
Oh, okay. I got you. And we're gonna do this. Number 1. These are great pens, by the way.
They are.
And this might be. Well, I'm not. I'll get into it.
I have a feeling you're not taking this one after your. Okay, number 1 overall. 1A. What do you got?
1, not 1A, but it's 1.
I've never even heard of those.
Red Vines?
Yeah.
Dude, I love licorice, dude. Red Vines? Have you guys ever seen this?
Is it like...
You know what I'm talking about, right? Red Vines? Who knows what I'm talking about? Put them up here. Bang.
Is that a Seattle thing?
Red Vines? Nah, it's my mom.
Tacoma
my mom's, she's a black licorice.
Are they like pull and peel Twizzlers?
No, this is where we... Segues. Here we go. So Red Vines are like one brand, and they're kind of they come in a big jug sometimes. They come in a little plastic, like blue little. They're covered in like blue plastic or whatever, and they have like 60 in one little deal. Then they have like one tub that comes in like overgorge yourself with this tub that's like you get it at Costco every now and then. It's like 3 pounds of licorice. It's just red licorice.
How thick are they? So is it Twizzlers, like Twizzlers? Or?
It's like Twizzlers, but it's not like, Twizzlers are like you're chewing on patent leather a little bit.
Okay.
Where
so just softer, a little more gentle.
Yeah, so Red Vines I like them tough. I'm a gummy, chewy kind of guy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like Red Vines were like, okay, I'll leave them out for a day. I'll open the thing and I'll leave them out for a day just so they get a little tougher. I don't know why that is, but I just do that. I like that.
And you bring that would be your
bring the tub, but I'll bring,
That's interesting.
They used to be really cheap. Like you get like Safeway or Fred Meyer when where I grew up. It was like you get the box of them. It'd be like $2 for $1, right? And you have like 40 of these things now. Now it's like one of them is $3.99. You're like, what? What happened? It's the same. Did they?
Red Vines.
Red Vines are great.
Victim of inflation,
dude. Everything.
Like everything. I went Mike and Ike. I mean, and you'll see
OG Mike and Ike's? Are we talking about OG?
Yeah, no tropical stuff. Just your good old fashioned.
I like it.
Your good old fashioned Mike and Ike's.
Do you pound the whole box? Do you go and go get yours and don't buy them at the theater for
I'm at
$12?
CVS or Walgreens sneaking them in.
Right? Hell,
I don't know if I've ever bought candy at a movie theater.
I have, and it's irritating.
Yeah, no.
You buy half a bag of Skittles and it's like $16. You go, what happened?
Yeah, I'm packing.
Oh no, I'm stuff. I'm down here. I'm just like whatever I can. Here's number 2. So we're not doing popcorn, but number 2. Do I want to do this one second? Okay, ready?
Don't take it.
Don't take it.
Hot salty pretzel.
Oh, I love this. I love those. I don't care. Microwave them. I don't give a shit. Just put it on there and cover it in salt.
Honorable mentions. It was in my honorable mentions for sure.
Okay,
now
like
let me
that.
ask you this: are you a nacho cheese kind of guy, or are you a yellow mustard kind of guy?
I no kidding. Like I will rip that thing in half, and I'm doing both until both little cups are gone.
Interesting.
I love mustard and pretzel, like pretzel mustard, whatever, all that. I love it salty. I love.
I feel like not all pretzels have access to the cheese, but they usually all have access to the mustard.
the large soft ones, you get
love soft pretzels.
So we love going to Leavenworth, right? And it's a Bavarian town, right? And they make these massive homemade pretzels everywhere you go because that's what they have in Germany.
Yep.
And they do like a beer cheese, right?
Yeah, beer cheese. They'll have
and they do the mustard. They do a stone ground mustard, right?
Yeah, like a.
It's kind of gritty.
Yeah, the gritty. Yeah, like seedy, like almost like a seedy mustard.
I like the Frenches. I'll just, I'm gross like that. That's who I am. That's what.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, grew up with.
See, I like that you like the mustard. So many people don't like
maybe
mustard.
Maybe it's an unpopular opinion. I don't know. I grew up on mustard.
My third one is a very unpopular. People are going to go, "Oh, I'm unsubscribing." Oh, that's classic.
Sour Patch Kids.
I like that.
And I was really hoping the theme with mine is like I need to have a chocolate as much as I have a chewy sour thing. Oh, and so I was gonna gonna go something else there, but I thought Sour Patch Kids would have went in the top 3 between us for sure. So that was actually I have both my top 2 picks right now.
So I'll tell you right, like I like the chewy, I like the gummy, right? So I do like sours. I like sour worms, Sour Patch Kids, things like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
But I'm at the theater, I like the salty pretzel. Obviously we like popcorn. And I don't drink soda really, but when I have the popcorn, I'm having
cherry Coke,
or
cherry Pepsi,
or like Dr. Pepper or something like that
with the popcorn. Dude, there is nothing better than.
Well, that's why I have everything here. How like AMC, all Harkins, how they make their popcorn. I can make that right in that kitchen over there, in that machine I got.
I would be doing that. I would be doing that
right now. I'll make it.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so here, my third one. This isn't. No one's gonna have this. My mom will have this.
You won't have
maybe
my fourth one either.
Some people might.
I haven't even heard of. Wait, what was your second one?
Hot and salty pretzel. So if they offer now,
I haven't even heard of half your answers. Well,
two different. We're 2 different sides of the country though when we grow up. So that's what happens.
Go ahead. What do you got?
So hang on, I gotta spill it out. You're gonna be like, what the hell is that? Actually, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if you do know what it is. Let me write this correctly.
I want to know. I hope I do.
So,
so I can argue with it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god, dude! My wife, freaking
no way.
Good and Plenty's. Y'all are twisted individuals, man.
Dude, they're so good. Right now, they're like you
psychopaths. You can like anyone who remotely enjoys Good and Plenty's. It's almost like the worst name you could possibly have for what it is. It should be like terrible and lesses. So I don't know.
Here's the backstory with. I love liquor, and I got
bad.
Shout out my mom.
That should be the name.
Shout out my mom. She's the one who got me on licorice, right? And this is what everyone hates. It's black licorice, right? So that's what Good and Plenty's are. I love them. And right now, what are they? 3 for?
You've got some weird answers in there with your knockoff licorice and your Good and Plenty's.
First of all, Red Vines are the OG.
These answers
Twizzlers
are
a copycat.
wild. And I'm going to get lit up in the comments because Good and Plenty people who like them are diehards. And they will die on the Good and Plenty hill.
And my parents growing up, they had black licorice, but different types all the time. Like the fancy stuff, right?
Is your favorite liquor Goldschlager?
Or Jägermeister.
Jägermeister? Yeah, okay.
No, but I do like fennel seed, like in my sausage.
If you would have had a sign, like a Jaeger sign, that would have been funny.
God.
That would have been very funny. It would have all made sense now. You're just a really big licorice guy.
That's crazy that your lady
It's
likes
not
good.
crazy. It's very, yeah. Oh, yes. My wife, the fact my wife loves Good and Plenty
Well,
is
here's
wild.
the other. You know what the cool thing about this is?
She gets them so I won't eat them. Anything else I would eat.
So perfect segue. Perfect segue. You know why I eat them? Because when we go to the store, we get the kids' candy, and Summer gets her stuff, and the boys get their stuff.
They're all to yourself.
Guess what? I get these, and nobody touches them, but they're all, Cameron's always, Summer, Cameron, stop eating my stuff. And he's like, what was in the, she has to hide hers.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing, it'll go on forever. But it was like one of those things where you're like, I just know it. I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, hey, and on purpose,
no one's gonna touch
it. I look at my fam and I go, you guys want any of these? I know the answer is no.
I used to get hot sauce in my burrito bowls, and so no one else would eat them because it'd be like so it was hot, and so no one would eat it because it's too hot.
I'm with you.
Hey, maybe I'm just old fashioned here.
See, hey, I know who's what a number one would be. Where
Yeah.
not obviously here, but
No, peanut M&Ms. Peanut butter M&Ms are a close second. I thought someone might have took Reese's
I just
Pieces.
discovered peanut butter M&M. I can't even talk. Peanut butter M&Ms about maybe 3 years ago, not that long ago.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, it's not going to taste good. Like and then
Fantastic.
I think it was like Easter or something. I was like, what the hell are these? Like
A little
seriously.
bigger. They're bigger. They're a little softer. I like the crunchiness of M&Ms still, so I like the peanut M&Ms the best. But man, that peanut butter in the M&Ms slaps. Damn it. Yep.
Oh, it does
Damn.
slap.
Sure. For the kids.
You and
Drop
Summer
that
got that in common. You definitely the peanut. She's got a box in there right now that I'm always like, do I open this and then just say it was the boys?
Oh my!
You got little kids too. You know how it is. What are you guys doing in the pantry? Nothing. You got honorable mentions?
We have one more, don't we? I think.
Are we doing 4? We can do 4. Let's go 4.
Yeah, we'll go.
I got another one.
This one is by far my most off the wall one. Movie theater.
Oh,
But movie theater snack. But
okay.
this is.
I think I spelled this right.
Oh God! I mean, we might have been trying to spell the same word. I low key had to wait for a second.
Okay, so here's my 4th one. I don't know if everybody can say this. I know you can say this.
Fuho fruits.
Did I? That's a J.
Bro, you're shopping at like these Asian grocery stores.
No,
like
it's Juju fruits, man.
Juju fruits.
What is he talking about?
I thought it said like Juho.
It's the Juju fruits. No,
Juho fruits.
Juju fruits. Like I think that's how you spell it, right?
Juju fruits are right up there. I put those in the same realm as like dots. Dots
Yeah,
were an
dots,
audible mention.
Jujubes. Them Jujubes, I probably still have Jujubes stuck in my teeth now.
Jujubes is definitely harder to eat.
Oh God, they are.
But the
like it.
dots is like trying to get cement off your teeth, and that's why
The dots are like this. You're like,
yeah, especially and then you got popcorn kernels like in your teeth, and then the dot comes over top, and it's just like you had your own little crown filling made of popcorn and dots.
pretty sure that's why I need
Jujubee's good. I'm cool. I'm cool with Jujubees.
Really?
I wouldn't put it in my top 4.
So
but
you're one of the only ones I know.
It's along those lines of dots, and I like dots.
I like dots too. The Jujubes, I want them all the time, but I know I'm gonna pull a cap out of my mouth. I'm gonna pull them out.
Yeah, as you get older,
I'm gonna go.
It's some 40-year-old problems. Yep.
What do you got?
Last one, milk duds. No, just kidding. Because milk duds are terrible. They're not even my honorable mentions. What? Milk duds are the most overrated movie theater fruit.
Get out.
Movie theater candy.
If it's good and plenty, and then I'd be 5th.
Chocolate covered pretzels. The chocolate.
Which type?
Salt. I like flips.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
So my mom worked for Nestle when I was growing up, so I had boxes and boxes of Crunch bars, Butterfingers, Baby Ruth.
You know how much
Shock
I don't have
Tarts.
to tell you this. I know you know how much Nestle is owning, and also who they are owned by.
No. I do know this.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know this.
Wait, they own by PG&E, and Nestle owns like 65% of the fucking anything that comes on a package right now.
Really? I did not know that.
Seriously.
Nestle does a lot of. They're not just candy. They got their hands on a lot of different stuff.
You know, there's a Nestle deal over here in El Mirage.
I did not know that.
Big distribution center, but it's not. It's like,
oh, I did know that.
It's
I
Coffee
did know that.
Mate and all that kind of Nestle stuff.
Yeah,
you know
they do like enteral feeding.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
All the dairy, I think.
So the chocolate covered pretzels,
Dude,
the chocolate
hell
with the
yeah.
salt, with the crunch, it has everything
for
you need.
you, dude.
So that was our top 4.
I like it, dude.
Top 4, yes.
Yes, give us your. Hey, everybody, get out there. Get yours out there. Let's talk about it. Let's debate it. Let's put
are you a good and plenty psychopath?
No,
did we
I'm not.
Did we
don't
absolutely
you
miss
dare.
something?
Don't you dare. Oh yeah, put in your favorite, and we'll talk about. Maybe we'll talk about it on the next pod. We'll say, hey, this person.
Honorable mentions. There's someone screaming something right now.
I do like
at
the milk
screen.
duds.
No, Steph loves milk duds too.
I'm not a
Those
Whopper.
are our top 2 favorite.
I don't like Whoppers.
Whoppers?
But then, I think people would put that one in there.
Whoppers can't be stale. They can't.
God.
They got to have. I'm all for the
Yeah,
inside
no
being
shit.
crunchy, but it can't be too crunchy. It's got to be. It's got
No, you
to.
don't
It's got
want
to have a little bit of give to it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the sour candies, all up there.
You know what I really like? You eat those snakes, the double snakes things, the gummies, the ones that one's sour, one's kind of sweet.
No,
Those
no.
are great.
You know what the kids love nowadays is the Nerds clusters.
Oh,
Nerds clusters with it's got
I almost
the little
put nerds,
gel.
but I'm like, I don't remember having just nerds lately. You know what I mean?
No. But so what they did is the evolution of the Nerds candies is actually kind of crazy because it was the Nerds rope, and they're like,
Shit,
the
you're
too
talking
many.
about- I'm talking about like where there was the box where
Well, the box of Nerds. So you had the box of
Yeah.
Nerds, but then they're like, oh, well, you're eating it with your hands. It's kind of too gross, like whatever, coming out of the box. So then they
Pre-COVID,
made
too.
the Nerds ropes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
had the Nerds. So you pull that out, but then the Nerds kept.
and you know what they
falling
use,
off.
right?
No.
They use a pull and peel Twizzlers.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Same.
It's the same company.
Same thing. but the things. But then they're like, even this is too messy because you go to eat it, you bite it, the Nerds
Absolutely.
are falling off. So what they did is they just made them into little bite-sized.
And
clusters.
I've purchased them
And
a
it's
billion
perfect.
times.
I
love them.
They just kept making
You know what they do?
adjustments, halftime adjustments. They just kept making them. Shout out Nerds.
Hell yeah.
On
you know
the
what?
right path.
You know what was really good when I was a kid, and I don't think they do it now. I'm sure you had an ice cream shop when you were a kid, right? You always
Yeah,
went somewhere.
Handles, yep.
So Handles.
Handles.
So that's where it
Handles
comes
ice cream.
from, the Midwest. Okay.
I
Most
forget
of-
where the first one was. Youngstown, maybe. I forget. But yeah, we had
So
one in Twinsburg.
we had Dairy Queen, right? There was
Yep.
other smaller mom
All
and pop
American.
shops.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we had Dairy Queen, but they used to have a Nerds Blizzard when I was a kid.
I remember.
No, like
I
just-
think so. God, they put anything in blizzards. Yeah,
But they don't do it now. I think Sonic does a Nerds Blizzard.
it's really weird to me. Like the creamy with the sour would be weird.
But hear
to
me out though. So like you get the soft serve, right? And then you get this you're chewing on rocks.
Yeah,
you're literally
frozen-
chewing on rocks.
frozen
But as
Nerds.
a kid, you're like, I love Nerds, because you like the sweet, like they're kind of sweet and kind of sour,
Yeah.
I remember having that as a kid, and that was mom would get a peanut butter parfait, and dad would get a M&M's Blizzard, and my brother and I would get the Nerds Blizzards. That's what we'd get.
Interesting.
I always loved that.
No, I wouldn't say I was anti nerds, but I wouldn't say they were anywhere top.
You're not going out of your way to
like
get
I
them.
loved like Warheads growing up.
Yeah.
Were kind of the jam.
Warheads was a good one.
Yeah,
My
Warheads
kids like
were
those.
good. Airheads was always kind of the top of
Airheads
the
are
line.
still good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider those like movie ones. Like I mean, nerds.
Do
I
we
guess
know
you
what the
can.
Airheads mystery is still? What is it? Pineapple? What is it?
That was like
I heard it was.
kind of like a lemon lime. It was a little sour.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, I've never bothered to
wasn't
look
like
it
pina
up. Someone tell us what
colada
the white Airhead is. The mystery one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
do
like
not know.
those. Those were good. What else we got?
Yeah.
What else?
Any other honorable mentions?
No. Well,
Oh, kind of oldie but a goodie was I'm not saying snow caps, even though that was.
Ew.
I liked
just
bunch of crunch.
Oh.
It's basically
Oh, I
like
know what that is.
little clusters
Oh,
of crunch
I know.
bars. Yeah, very underrated. I feel like that was always a token movie theater. That's one that they sell in the
bunch
big
of crunch,
box.
but it's not Cracker Jacks, but it's like it's toffee.
It,
right?
No. It's a crunch bar. It's literally a Nestle crunch
Oh,
bar.
you're talking about
that's just
Butterfinger bar, right?
No. So there's Butterfinger. That's like the Bart Simpson one. That's
Yeah.
got that stuff.
You're talking about
that's
Nestle
stuck in your
Crunch,
teeth.
but they make
Nestle
them in little
Crunch.
balls.
In clusters. Yeah, like little. They're almost like
the crispy rice things, right?
Yeah,
It's chocolate.
Yeah, but they're like little. They're all misformed and
Yeah, where are you
misshaped
at?
and-
Hershey's. Make those crackle ones.
Yeah, yeah. Bunch of Crunch was really good. Little bite-sized Crunch bars.
If you're gonna choose a chocolate bar to eat, I'm just off the top of
pure
my head.
chocolate, like,
Just which chocolate? You're an adult now, so you like real chocolate. But so, what would you say right now if you were like, hey, I have 5 or 10 chocolate bars in front of me?
I only have to eat one.
Which one are you choose? What's your choice for
if
chocolate?
I
bar?
only have to eat one,
And I'm not no Snickers, no Milky Ways. I'm talking about like what's just a chocolate type you like?
this may be a cop-out answer and not what you're looking for, but
No, I just wanna
I
know.
do the Hershey's white chocolate cookies and cream.
Hell yeah.
Where it's
That's
the Hershey's white chocolate, and then it's got the the Oreo or whatever that crunch is.
I knew I liked
in it.
you.
Yeah, that's my jam. But I can't have more than one. It's super rich.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Which is
almost
weird,
like the
right?
Halloween fun size version is almost like the perfect one.
Yeah.
But I'm a Hershey's guy. It's crazy. My mom worked for Nestle. But yeah,
Sorry,
I
Mom.
like Hershey's chocolate, I think. Better.
I'm a dark chocolate guy, so I do like the Hershey's Special Dark. But I mean, if I gotta choose chocolate, I do like them fancy ones. I can't. I don't even know the name of it.
Bell.
Who knows?
Like something.
But you know, you know
or-
what I really like is a chocolate, and kids like it too now. They never had it before, but like I showed them comparison. Is Toblerone. You know the Swiss ones?
Never
I think
heard
it's
of it.
Swiss. I'll show you.
One of the higher end
they're
ones?
a triangle. You know, like you buy them at.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've know of them. I don't think I've ever had one.
Yeah, that's real. I mean,
Interesting.
excellent. Toblerone.
Nice.
Oh. And they come in a little triangle, so you just break them up, and they're very, very rich. So
Yeah.
you just.
Which
like,
is kind of how
dude,
I
we've
like
been
my
working on one
chocolate.
for like
I guess.
5
I don't want
months.
to eat a bunch of chocolate. I'd rather have just
No.
some little rich.
But I'll eat 6 bags of fucking red vines.
Exactly.
Isn't that weird?
Yep.
Yeah.
Last segment, man. Do we got time for one more segment? You think?
Yeah,
for,
sure. What do
for
we got?
last call. There's last call.
What's
we'll make
what's
this
last
one.
call is
Last call. Yeah.
Get it off your chest.
So we have happy hour, and then we'll end the shows with last call, where it's you're late at the bar. It's 2 a.m. Lights are coming on. You got to get something off your chest to the person you've been trying to talk to,
dude.
or whatever.
Or just some kind of gripe, right?
Some kind of gripe, something to get off your chest, something that needs to be said, a harsh truth, a truth maybe that you don't want to admit.
Is it so? This is your deal. Let's go. You want to go first? Do you have something in mind, or you want me to
I
run
have
it?
something in mind. Last call. It has to be said. The Super Bowl halftime show just needs to.
I knew it was coming. I was like, it's gonna be now.
It just needs to be done.
Right?
No more Super Bowl halftime shows.
I'm gonna clearly join on
It's
this.
divisive.
Yeah.
It all sucks. Like, other than Michael Jackson, every other Super Bowl I thought the Snoop and Eminem, I thought that sucked. It's all terrible. So it's
That's kind of a hot take. That 50 Cent Snoop Dogg Dr. Dre one was pretty good.
I thought it sucked.
Do you not like that style of rap?
Love
or that
Eminem.
era? Oh yeah.
Fine with Snoop Dogg.
You know the story, right? They were not going to let 50 in. No, Jay-Z was trying to block because he's part of like some kind of NFL ownership or whatever. But he was like, he runs part of that media stuff. I don't know this whole thing.
Rihanna had one, and I was really hoping. Like, I'm watching pregnant Rihanna at a halftime show, and it's like, I love Rihanna, but it's just the performance. It's just
all about
weird.
her.
It's just weird. The big thing is it's divisive.
Katy Perry.
Everyone says it sucks. If people say they like it, they're liking it just to spite the other people that didn't like it. It needs to just go away. So what does that leave for an alternative to a halftime?
We just move on with our life like normal football games.
Maybe just put
on the red zone.
Put a comedian out there, maybe put like someone out
that
there
might
just
be
cracking
all right.
jokes.
I'd be okay with that.
Like I would listen. And again, it could be any. I mean,
so you just completely get away with
imagine Dave Chappelle does a 15-minute stand-up skit at the Super Bowl.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, it would be so great.
That's a great idea. Hey, you listening, Roger Goodell?
Lines. Yeah. So it just and I didn't watch this last halftime show. I left the room, didn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I don't want to be a part of all the circus that comes with it. So I really don't have an opinion on it, rather than I don't want it to go.
And that's
regardless.
So when you asked me, so this is my gripe.
Say it. Last call.
So my last call, and this is, I thought of this when you sent it to me in a text. It was like, oh well, actually, yeah, I got one, and it's a little bit on that. We're on the same wave.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. In the same ballpark.
Yeah. So we got to be done with this politics and everything. Like, politics are divisive, right? But also, why are we letting them ruin all of us, all of our fun? Like, they're everywhere. Like, something.
Social media is the steam engine of it,
right?
all.
But also, like,
right.
Okay, do we need stop hate or follow or don't? No Jew hate.
Too black and white. Is that what you're saying? Kind of like, or
there's always something with sports, especially. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta have some T-shirt on, and the guys are coming out there to like stand for something that happened. I'm like, can we not even just don't even? Why are we here? Can I just enjoy? Maybe I sound like an old man now. It's like, who cares now?
No, it's just you want to just watch football.
Can we just watch the game? It could be NBA, it could be anything. Baseball. I don't need political theater during it.
No,
I don't need to know why this guy, this pitcher or this player or this, whoever superstar it is, I don't really care about his opinion on whatever is happening.
Player can write something on his shoes, whatever, but it's like there shouldn't be dedicated segments to anything in regards to politics.
But this goes back to your thing. Like, we know that the halftime show was divisive because it was in Spanish. We know there's Spanish people.
San Francisco,
there's
the
nothing wrong with
singer,
that.
the guy that wears
we totally
dresses.
get it, and that's whatever. You like trannies, fine, whatever. But don't throw it in my face. But also, like, can we just stop? Like, we don't need.
No, and you're allowed to think it's weird.
Can we just go?
You're allowed to think it's weird. Like, there's nothing wrong with.
I know it's
something's
2026, and there's just weird shit happening. But it's like, live your life. But I don't need it thrown in my face. Nobody needs it, and we don't need to sit there and we're wasting time discussing it. And also, people live and die by these things. I'm going to generalize it, but it's like people decide that whoever president is, whatever office they have, or this person said something. It just tears everybody apart in every realm we're at.
Social media,
especially sports. Like, why are we doing this in sports? Can we just not, like, hey, it's like ads, right? It's a similar thing. Like, ads, you used to pay for no ads. Like, oh, hell yeah. Now it's like, well, we're going to up the price by 7 times, or you can have ads for a third of the cost. You're like, Jesus. What we're doing with politics too, though. Like, it's everywhere.
It gets in your algorithms too,
like,
and I think that's why the hate gets so crazy, is because when it gets in your algorithms, you're just getting the one side of everything,
and
it's just spiraling.
It's
everything
just like ads. Like, it's just all of a sudden you're like, okay,
targeted at.
I looked at
this guy
one thing.
hates this, so let's just keep showing him more videos of people hating.
You know what
this.
and this is not every platform is different, but I'm like, if I leave Twitter, Instagram, things like that, if I am looking at something and I have it in my hand, I gotta go to the bathroom. I put it down. And I don't shut it off or close it out, and it's on that. Guess what happens when I go to the bathroom for 3 minutes? Now, the next day, that's all I like, and I've been doing this, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
So it's like my gripe is like, can we just knock the politics off? Like, can we just watch football? Can we watch the sports we love? Can we watch the things we like, and not be like, this guy did this, and then like it's like, oh, fuck you, and it's like, no, and then fuck that guy and fuck this. It's like, listen, at the end of the day, if we're not in that arena, which none of us are, whoever's listening to this podcast, we're not in that arena. Guess what? It doesn't matter, and people live and die by that, and then you hate each other for what reason?
It all comes back to just the access to information. Like back in the 90s, you wanted to look up something on politics, you had to watch the people debate on TV.
You had to watch it,
or you had to go
C-SPAN.
get a newspaper and read it. It's like these, and again, even that, it wasn't as divisive as it was today. But just now, with everything in our face, so accessible all the time, just these opinions get out of control, and it's just, it becomes to a point where you're not allowed to have an opinion.
But now that's the other problem. It's like, this will go on forever, guys. But it's like, okay, if I had a different opinion, you could be like, oh, that's cool. You chose your side for football, which I get it, but I didn't go, you know what? You're wrong. Nate, we're not friends in the pod.
That, though, but then there are some things that people have are non-negotiables. And if you disagree on something that it's a non-negotiable for them, then that's where it ends. And
but then you're a weak-minded person. In my mind, that's not everybody thinks like that, but it's like, you stand on business on that thing, but like, why? Does it really affect you, or you want it to affect you?
Yeah, no, just people. I think it's just the way they're passionate about it. Yeah, and I think there's very few.
Get a hobby.
yeah, and there's God, like I said, you can go on for it, but I think this is a good place to end it. That's a good last call. I think it's a good food for thought.
Just get it all out of there, and then hey, the halftime show. Let's figure something else out. It's just why are we here? Why do we have this? Why is this an issue? It used to be like, oh, Janet Jackson, Timberlake are doing it. Like, oh, my sister, you know what I mean?
Super Bowl,
whatever
halftime shows.
But it's like you see things, and you're like, well, no. Bruno Mars was there a couple years. No one was like, oh, he did Blow in a Bathroom and Hard Rock. I'm not watching it. You're like, no, he's a rock star. That's what he does.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? Like, and all this other stuff. It's so divisive. No matter which way you slice it.
Get rid of it.
We just go away.
We ruined it.
Stop it.
We ruined it.
Bye.
Nope.
We don't need it. We don't need it. And it's just...
We don't need it.
And this is the thing. They're treating it, like I said, we're treating it like ads. They just want it there, so you see it and you talk about it. And that's what they do. That's what ads are, right?
That's all it is. Who's got the money?
Anyway, follow two mics on everything you can.
Yep.
We're going to be paying for all the ads we can and everything. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We're having so much fun with this. We're a couple of days late. Danny had to go to look how tan he is. Look at this guy. But had to go have a little family vacation, which I appreciate. Love that. Love to get away. But
yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Man, I'm glad you're back, and let's keep rocking and rolling, dude. We're having a good time.
Having a good time. Let's keep it rolling.
Hell yeah.
Keep the good times going.
Hey, like I said, Niners fans, don't come at me. You ain't got nothing to stand on now.
Yeah, nothing to
Anyway,
say.
Watch these Super Bowl highlights as we exit. Super Bowl champs. Shout out all my 12. Shout out everybody, all my family, my friends. Oh, I got to say it. I love all of you guys. I'm so excited for the Seahawks. I would name all you guys, but I'm not going to do it. You're in my chats, all that stuff. I know your headset's not on. It doesn't matter. Super Bowl champs, 2026, Seattle Seahawks. I can't believe we were 60-1 to even be there. We're supposed to win 7 games. Get the hell out of here. Ow! Go Hawks.